Biggets, hey, what's up, guys? What is going on? Hope y'all are doing well. Barcelona versus Monaco, 2-1. So you're telling me the one game that I was eagerly awaiting for this game to come up. The one game that I choose to watch at Barcelona is the game where they play like absolute. They were a mess. It was garbage football from Barcelona. It seemed like they sent out their U14 squad because it was just unfair. I understand one man down, it makes a big difference, but we've seen big teams, and Barcelona supposedly is a big team. We've seen teams that have been able to play. They might have lost, like Barcelona ended up losing, but they still hold their own. And Barcelona did not. They looked so weak. They looked so fragile, so small against this Monaco side, which I don't want to take anything away from them. I thought they played really, really well, but man, and I haven't seen them play. I don't know what they're like in La Liga. I don't know what place they're in. I wouldn't be surprised if they're, not in the top five. But yesterday was class, absolute master class from Monaco and Barcelona. Barcelona just looked again weak. I'm saying athletically, like one thing, Barcelona is known for being really good on the ball. Not even. That was Monaco. Monaco were picking them apart. I mean, the amount of opportunities that they had. And Bolo, you should have had a goal. You should have had a goal. I'm not saying he had a bad match, but he had a bad match in terms of not being able to score with the amount of chances that he had. The offside goals. I mean, damn, Camara, those passes. Ben Segur had a couple shots on goal, and was just toying at one point with this Barcelona squad. And I mean toying in the sense that you could tell that there was no pressure. Yeah, they were playing at home, but just with such ease getting past these Barcelona players. And sometimes I think he was way too ahead of his teammates in terms of some of these passes that he was picking out that his teammates were not they were not registering. He was way too ahead, but really good player. Never seen him play. Absolute wonderful player. Altruch with the goal, and then Lamine Yamal pretty much just replicating that goal. And that goal, oh man, whose name I don't want to mention, but I'm gonna have to get to him at some point. Damn, yeah, Rafinha, man, come on, like Rafinha. I'm not saying that was his fault, but a little bit more pressure on the guy. He was just ball watching at that point, right? There was three players surrounding Altruch before he took the shot, and Rafinha could have done a little bit more. I'm not completely blaming him. I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna blame him later on. But yeah, they had that shot, that really good goal, and then Eleni Kenya coming in and just scoring straight up, something that Mbolo should have done straight. I don't know what was it, his second touch on the ball, and he ends up scoring. Beautiful pass, and Martinez was just completely caught off guard. I don't know what he was trying to do, decide whether to mark somebody else or mark Eleni Kenya, and all by himself. And then yes, the main culprit, as a lot of people would probably say, Ter Stegen could have blocked that. I mean, had he just remained, upright, he would have gotten beamed somewhere in the body, maybe in the face, and that goal wouldn't have gone in. But then again, that seemed like a shot that Eleni Kenya would have crossed. And I think had that been the great Thibaut Courtois, people would have said, "Whoa, the intuition on this guy! That's why he's the best goalkeeper in the world." And yeah, he didn't. Pretty much, in a way, gifted that goal to Monaco. And of course, in the beginning, the compromise pass to Garcia, and having Garcia, which didn't get a red right away. I think it was a mistaken yellow. I think the ref meant to give him a red. I didn't even see the red. It was only in the screen when you see the little card on the, right above the team's name, that I realized that, like they're playing with one man down. So Ter Stegen, man, just horrible game. And pretty much, yeah, that's the thing. He was the reason why they ended up conceding these two goals, you can say. But afterwards, man, I get it, one man down, but Barcelona should have done a better job. And I just mean that in the sense that they should have looked a little bit more like a team that's, respectful. Like, respect yourself by at least keeping the ball, not losing the ball, not getting run over. Every single time this Monaco decided to attack, it was just, they were just running over them. And it wasn't really anything. Yes, there were like these like really lab type plays, where they would be able to just dismantle Barcelona, but also just physically, they were just plowing through them like paper, like they weren't even there, like they were kids again, like it was the U15 squad playing Monaco. It just sort of angered me because what the hell, dude? Like, this is Barcelona, right? And then just I'm a little bit confused because like, what was this talk about Barcelona having this amazing team and just it's going to be their season and they look dangerous, they look interesting, and Hansi Flick is doing something amazing with this Barcelona. I did not see anything like that. And then the front, Rafinha and Lewandowski. Lewandowski should have been subbed at some point after the red card because Lewandowski's not good because he was trying to come back and he was trying to play that kind of like 10 role, number 10 role, and he's just not good at that. And then you have Rafinha that one play, what was it? Lamine Yamal, I think, that gave him that beautiful pass. No, sorry, it was Lewandowski. That was the second half. That was actually the second half. Sorry. Lewandowski gives him, which was like kind of a ricochet, a rebound, ends up giving him this ball all by himself, and I don't know why he thought that he was completely miles away from the nearest Monaco defender when everything happened within a convoluted space of a lot of players. So I don't know why. Again, Brazilian, where's your intuition? Where's your experience? He looked like he's never played a professional football before. He got robbed. He got dispossessed so easily. It just looked amateurish. He looked like a kid. It looked so bad. And that was just the beginning. Afterwards, in the second half, the one that I think it was Lamine Yamal that gave him this beautiful ball. I guess he couldn't have done much with that play. He was trying to tip it and go over around, I should say, the goalkeeper. But he should have tipped it inwards, and then he would have gone around because the goalkeeper was coming diagonally, and he would have just won past him. I can't really blame him for that, but still, just something that maybe a Lamine Yamal would have done, maybe somebody else, a Messi would have done. Again, that's just me being a little bit picky with Rafinha since I don't really like him. I'm being biased, obviously, but throughout the game, this guy does nothing. He's got that beautiful left foot, and he's really good. I think if he hones his free kicks, I mean, he could be probably one of the best, but that's about it. And then corner kicks, you could argue that, hey, he could win you again with one of those corner kicks, setting it right, aiming it right to the head of a Lewandowski or a Koundé or a Araujo, but that's not enough. I'm sorry, that's not enough. Every single time he had the ball, there was no danger that he was going to get past any of these Monaco players. None of them. He just doesn't have speed. He's not strong. And weirdly enough, he's not skillful enough to be able to do. Sometimes you see him doing something, but for the most part, he doesn't have anything. He's got nothing in his locker, as they say. He's got nothing in his. There's no bag of tricks. I don't see him doing anything. He just does not belong in this Barcelona squad. Why? What is this? His third year? And I heard something about because he had a hat trick against Valladolid. Something about a resurgence or something, but you could still see. He's just innately not a good player. Not good enough for a Barcelona team. You got to get rid of this guy. Get yourself one of these Monaco players. Obviously, don't do that. I mean, you never know because, they could be playing well for their team, Monaco, but that Barcelona jersey is a little too heavy for them. It's way too much. There's too much pressure. I get that. But, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Rafinha is not a good player. He's not a good player for Barcelona, period. Jeez, man. I just couldn't with this guy in this game. Like, nothing's changed. Or the coincidence that I'm having to miss all these matches where supposedly, I don't know, he was an amazing player. The 3 goals against Valladolid. Yeah, a recently promoted side. Maybe he's good for the second division. I think he would be an amazing player for the second division La Liga or whatever it's called, or the championship in England. I don't know, but he is definitely not a Barcelona player. I don't know what to say about this game. Does that mean Barcelona are going to have a bad season? No, absolutely not. Like, Olmo's got to come back. Araujo's going to come back. Frankie de Jong, I don't know when he's going to be back. Balde, I thought he had a decent enough game. I know all those injuries in this game. I thought he did again what he could, one man down. It wasn't the easiest. Koundé was another one. Like I said, Kubarsi was another one. Pedri and I can't remember that kid's name, Cordoba or something. I thought they did what they could, but still, it wasn't enough to really see that blueprint of Barcelona that wasn't a team that's going to be toyed around with the way they're not going to be pushed around with, and they just seemed like they lacked holistically everything: speed, strength, intelligence, being able to possess the ball, being able to touch the ball. Despite being one man down, Barcelona should be able to play against not win. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna ask you to go punch God in the face. That probably would have been a miracle, although I think they still should have done that being a Barcelona squad. But to be able to at least look like a team, and they did not look like that at all. Yes, I agree, Ter Stegen screwed them up. He screwed them up big time, but at least still play like a team that's in first place in La Liga. And Barcelona, that's pretty much their essence, being able to be good on the ball, and they were not good at all on the ball. Not good at all. And credit to this Monaco side. They played amazingly well. I mean, you could tell that they worked a lot on the ball and a lot on these set plays. And there's a lot of cohesion between these players and good understanding to be able to see the open spaces, because they were so quick, so quick. And that's what ended up destroying this Barcelona side. Just they could not compete against this much quicker Monaco side. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all I got to say about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.